Graduates and guests, may we have your attention, please? Convocation is about to begin. If you have a mobile device or pager with you, please turn it off or silence it during the ceremony. Thank you for your attention and congratulations. If able, please rise.
Good evening and welcome. We wish to acknowledge this land on which the University of Toronto operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. We are also grateful to have the opportunity to celebrate the achievements of our scholars who graduate today. On their behalf, let us express gratitude for the support of their family and friends, and for the faculty and staff who have guided them in their pursuit of knowledge. Whatever our own traditions, let us reflect as we proceed through the convocation ceremony on the many years of effort, sacrifice, and success that have brought us to this time of celebration. In concilium universitates torontonensis vocati sumus. Graduates, please remain standing. All guests, please be seated.
Insignissima canticularia, presento tibi hosce scholaris, ut admitatur ad gradus varios. Testorque eos quod omnia quae statuta requirunt aptos et idoneos esse.
Et profectum hui est provinciae, hui est qua magnae patriae, et profectum omnium nationum, omnibus in terris conjunctarum. Ogo exacatori tote mihi atoti, universitate commissar. Et mitto vos eguedos varios, quarum ura vubis do, et pito quoquar ut omnia confictiatas munera qua, et illus gradus pertinent.
Please be seated. My name is Carol Chin, and it is my great privilege to serve the University of Toronto as principal of Woodsworth College. Today, I have the additional privilege of assisting our Chancellor, Dr. Rose Patton, in conducting this convocation. The university is an institution with deep historical roots and many enduring traditions. Among those is our use of the language of the medieval university in today's wonderful celebration. For those in attendance who, like me, are less than fluent in Latin, a translation may be helpful. We're not going to be testing you. For my part, I said, "Most distinguished Chancellor, I present to you these scholars that they may be admitted to the various degrees, and I bear witness that, as far as all things which the statutes require, they are fit and suitable." Much more significantly, from the standpoint of the graduating class, the Chancellor then replied, "To the benefit of this province, this great country, and to the worldwide community of nations, I, by the authority vested in me and in the whole university, admit you to your various degrees, grant to you the rights, and ask of you the responsibilities of doing all those things which pertain to those degrees." And so, as my first order of business, I am delighted to salute you, the graduating classes of 2024 from Woodsworth College. That's it, you're done. Warmest congratulations. I would also like to bid a warm welcome to everyone who has joined us here in historic Convocation Hall. Graduates, today the University of Toronto is formally recognizing your hard work, your accomplishments, your perseverance, and this milestone. Speaking of perseverance, you have successfully completed your program in extraordinary and challenging times. And today's celebration is all the more meaningful for it. Each of you, as a member of the graduating class, is joining an exceptional family of University of Toronto alumni. U of T has a global community of over 680,000 alumni in 196 countries. They are the university's living legacy and our greatest ambassadors. U of T alumni serve in leadership roles in every corner of the globe and in every walk of life. They are prime ministers, justices, scholars, authors, community and business leaders, scientists, and professionals of every description. Their endeavors have shaped the world we live in and the way we understand that world. We have no doubt that the University of Toronto's high international standing can be attributed to generations of dedicated and very talented faculty and staff members. But we also understand that this reputation has been built by our alumni, a group that now includes each and every one of you. So to the graduating class, let me say thank you. Thank you for your many contributions to the university while you were a student. And thank you for what you will do as members of Canada's largest and, I believe, most distinguished alumni community. One more word of thanks is in order. I'm sure all graduates share a sense of gratitude to the friends and family members who have helped bring them to this special day. And I would ask you to join me and the platform party in thanking them with a vigorous round of applause. Let me continue with a request. One of the distinguishing features of our convocation is that graduates come forward to be recognized individually. You come up this ramp, you will then leave the stage using that ramp on that side, exit out the door and around the hall. At that point, you will turn left and quietly re-enter the hall as your peers continue to be recognized. In that spirit, I encourage you to think of the very last person to be on stage. I believe it will be Roy Lynn, Roy, can you stand up, please? Stand up. Good. Thank you. So everyone, please remember Roy and return to your seat. Finally, respecting our ongoing commitment to health and safety, we will forgo the traditional handshake. But we promise to applaud enthusiastically and congratulate you as you pass by on stage. Thank you for your understanding and assistance, and once more, warmest congratulations. Okay. Before we continue, I would like to recognize that this is a challenging time for many in our community. We acknowledge the pain and suffering felt by those impacted by the conflict in the Middle East. And yet, today's ceremony is a time for celebration and hope. Convocation Hall is the place where our graduates have the opportunity to mark this wonderful milestone with their loved ones. With that in mind, I would respectfully ask everyone here today to allow our graduating students to have their moment to cross the stage without disruption or interruption. Thank you. It is now my privilege to introduce today's convocation speaker, my colleague, Rafael Gomez. Professor Gomez is the director of U of T's Center for Industrial Relations and Human Resources and a frequent guest on radio, TV, and other media. His research examines the role of unions and other labor market institutions in the provision of employee voice and what this means for workers and broader democratic engagement. Among other accolades, Professor Gomez received the Labor and Employment Relations Association's John T. Dunlap Outstanding Scholar Award for exceptional contributions to international and comparative labor and employment research. Please join me in welcoming Rafael Gomez to the podium.
Wait for the podium to rise. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Carol. Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to the graduating class of 2024. As you await receipt of your hard-earned degrees, I have the ignominious task of providing you with your last lecture at U of T. As a result, I want to leave you with something a little more special than a labor relations seminar, which is my area of expertise. Instead, I want to provide you with a set of principles, 7 in fact, that harken back to deeply stored wisdom. These principles have guided humanity for millennia, and whenever abandoned, have led to the destruction of not only individual lives, but of entire empires. Because these ideas stretch far back to a time that predates the development of the world's major religions, they require no houses of worship, no priests, no conversion ceremonies, or spiritual awakenings to absorb. They are a set of universal principles that provide a blueprint for a life well lived and solid ground upon which you as graduates can firmly stand. So what are these 7 laws for a beautiful world and a meaningful life? That's the title of my talk. Well, the first law is that your life has meaning. This comes from the acceptance of a single originating source to the universe that imparts meaning and purpose to life, your lives. This idea exists across all belief systems. Ask yourself, why 20,000 years ago our ancestors painted images in caves or built temples like Göbekli Tepe to align with the stars and understand our role in the universe. Or ask yourself why modern physicists are searching for a theory of everything, one that unites quantum theory and general relativity to find a singular explanation for creation. So whether it's through science or religion, the need to find a single originating cause to the universe places purpose at the heart of creation. It is a clarion call for all of you not to lose sight of the fact that your lives are not meaningless and that what you do on this earth matters. This belief in a purposeful universe emanating from a singular source involves an important prohibition, however. Do not become nihilistic or place your faith in false idols. Now, this latter idea of not worshiping idols might seem archaic. I mean, who literally fashions an idol and asks it to do X or Y for us nowadays? But think of it. If you don't take this idea so literally, I can think of a lot of things in this world that provide many distractions, and it's easy to lose sight of what matters. Idolatry is not just about worshiping statues or false gods. It's about recognizing that anything we place above the beauty and singular essence of creation becomes a false pursuit or a false idol. So do not let your social media posts control you. Do not let your ideology steer you towards the wrong cause, or even let a job define your worth. Stay true to your own values and never forget that just like the universe, we are all part of a singular source of meaningful creation. The second law speaks to our duty not to profane that oneness of creation in any way, and to defend the idea that your lives have meaning. You might not see the connection, but this duty to defend the meaning and purpose of life from a singular wellspring is actually what leads to a fair and just society. This second law affirms our innate intuition, emergent in childhood, that there is meaning and purpose to life. And this should not be something that as sophisticated adults we just jettison. So, recognize the power of your actions and words and the impact that they can have on others. Use your actions and speech to uplift, to encourage, and to bring people together. Respect the freedom of conscious and religious beliefs of others, and strive to create an environment where diversity of thought is celebrated and protected. In this way, you make all life purposeful, and you value each human being as part of that singular act of creation. The third law is less metaphysical. It is more direct, as it affirms the sanctity of human life. To destroy a single human life is to destroy an entire universe. If a person is poor or faces terrible physical and mental hardships, our solution should not be to offer a painless end to this life. Instead, we should offer our help and to demand from society the resources needed so this person can live a dignified life. Remember that true strength lies in protecting the vulnerable and always promoting life over death. The fourth law extends the value we place on human life to all the creatures of this planet. The fourth law prohibits cruelty to animals, reminding us of our responsibility to care for animals and to protect the outcome of creation. Treat animals in our natural world with compassion and respect and recognize the intrinsic value, not just the economic, of our ecosystems. Be mindful of your impact on the environment and strive to be stewards of this planet, ensuring its health and sustainability for future generations. But like anything taken to an extreme, we should not, in the process of trying to respect our environment, cause harm to our fellow human beings or destroy the beauty of human creation. Why would someone who cares about our planet destroy a beautiful work of art? The answer is clear. There is no why that is justified. The prohibition on cruelty to animals and protecting the outcome of creation is not a green light to destroy humankind's most noble work. Quite the opposite. The fifth law relates to all of the above and calls on us to protect individual human rights and the property of others. In your pursuits and ambitions, always respect the property and individual civil liberties of others, and understand that true success is not measured by what others have or what you take, but by what you contribute to the whole. Now, this all seems easy to say, but as a society, we sometimes feel justified in confiscating others' wealth or trampling on others' rights when we feel the common good is threatened. Now, this tends to happen during extreme times of war, external threats, or even during a pandemic. But this is exactly when individual civil liberties and ownership of things like one's body must be protected. The sixth law, it asks us to embrace our physical passions, but also to harness them for positive ends. As young adults, you are embarking on a journey of self-discovery and exploration. It is important to approach this aspect of your life with maturity and love of yourself and others. Healthy relationships are founded on mutual respect, consent, fidelity. Guard your heart, but also open it to love and compassion. So please, don't stay glued to your screens. Go and have that coffee with someone you like. They could become the person you one day love. We're getting to the end. Lastly, the seventh law. It calls on us to establish mechanisms to ensure that justice prevails, in effect, prohibiting lawlessness and the abuses of power. This speaks to the importance of upholding the rule of law and ensuring that judgment is served fairly and impartially. As educated citizens, it is your duty to stay informed, to question authority when necessary, and to hold those in power to account. But never forget that justice must remain blind, otherwise it becomes an instrument of power. Before embarking on a global cause or a protest far removed from your own lived reality, try engaging in a small act of justice for a single human being. This has enormous value, for as we learned in Lesson 1, no human being is insignificant. Every individual is an entire world, and every life has meaning. There are plenty of people in our own neighborhoods, let alone our city, our country, that can use your help. Now, I know some of you want to solve the world's greatest problems by solving the world's greatest problems. That's the wrong way to go about it. Solve your own problems first, and then move on to solving the problems of those nearest to you. Even a small act of justice for a single human being impacts every other human being on this planet. Think of it. What if that person you help turns out to be the next Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, or Martin Luther King Jr.? That's how helping one individual is akin to helping the entire world. Graduates, as you depart U of T, most of you for the last time, remember that these 7 laws provide for a life of purpose and contribution. They are a reminder that our actions have consequences, but that our lives have meaning, and that we each have a responsibility to leave the world a better place than we found it. Once again, congratulations, class of 2024.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you the following candidates from Woodsworth College who are being admitted to the degree of Honours Bachelor of Arts. Dumi Abdul. Aidan Lucas Abrenica. Owen Kamanti Muir Adam. Jasmine Akbari. Ankita Anuva Anam. Gwyneth May Anderson. Judy Andrasov. Katerina Antunis. Nada Ashraf. Daniel Puzan Asadorian. Natasha Angelia Athanasakis. Soban bin Atik. William Trent Atkinson. Ali Zain Aziz Babul. Megan Ball. Logani Bangun. Amel Bani Naim. Alicia Shakir Bashir. Kaveri Badar. Oliver Michael Benwell. Gauri Bagaba. Emily Ann Bitorf. Benjamin Thai Bortolotto. Eve Rutherford Bradley. Grace Elizabeth Butler. Igal Kano Shaw. Chujan Sao. Gabriel John Carter. Hilary Jushon Chan. Eva Chang. Aliyah Soraya Chia. Maya Summer Shihab. Huina Chen. Shu Yu Chen. Michelle Cherniak. Jesus Nunes Chadika. Jacqueline Da-On Cho. Winston She Dream Choi. Justin Chow. Bianca Cialoni. Katie Cobb. Carrie Lynn Susan Commander. Alberto Andre Cortez Ortiz. Gabriel Cuff. Siddharth Dabas. Joshua John Gordon Daly. Gaetana Maria D'Amico. Anna Catherine Devers. Julia Christina Di Nicola. Mila Di Mambro. Coco Yuming Ding. Bahina Darugga. Patrick Allen Batista D. Jana Jumakadarova. Sophia Georgette Ellis. Malak Ahmad Fahmi. Andrew Kyle Fiola. Kei Fan. Saida Samanza Farhan. Isaiah Marshall Flores. David Brian Fogarty. Valentina Ferreira Rodriguez. Aurea Francis. Natalie Celine Frigan. Jenny Fu. Ki Yi Gao. Iki Gao. Zubin Gel. Melanie Jane Gillow. Ariel Carlin Isabel Go. Jackson Daniel Gordon. Kana Goswami. Tennessee Greaves. Vic Gu. Natalia Haedy. Mary Han. Ishra Haq. Yu Hasagawa. Faye Hayawi. Bo Ray Hayward. Ju He. Elizabeth Alexandra Hernandez Dueñas. Pamela Carolyn Hodgson. Emilia Margaret Lavender Hoffman. Sydney J. Hoyseth. Eunice Ji Yoon Hong. Shu Chen Hong. Emma Hopkins. Tiffany Hoyos. Evan Stewart Bunak. Yang Min Hu. Tristan Noel Hunter. Rihanna Kate Elias. Shayanutha Shruti Indran. Maya Iskandar. Jaden Susan Jacobs. Faria Jahan. Asad Karim Jasani. Karen Haijing Jian. Xiao Ya Jiang. Vega Tallulah Jones. Esther Kang. Ashleen Kaur. Matthew D. Keneally. Yena Kim. Anton Konach. Mink Yang Kong. Yashwini Devi Kupla. Alexandra Dionysia Kondorakis Suarez. Aidan Ann Chris Manson. Abdul Latif Johar. Min Han Lee. Monica Lee. Leah Casa Legeseg. Taylan Kimberly Lenius. Paxton Pakhim Leung. Yin Hang Leung. Dailin Lee. Jamie Chan Yin Lee. Julia Lee. Kerui Lee. Zhuo Ying Lee. Alyssa Maria Lima Valentin. Olivia Lin. Nancy Liu. Sitong Liu. Yushan Liu. Savannah Domenica Lolo. Victoria Nicoletta Lombardo. Jia Yi Lu. Yu Yue Lu. Yang Luck. Xianhui Luo. Elizabeth Hunter Lutz. Su Ting Liu. Wenman Ma. Emma May Darlene MacDonald. Paige Alexandra Madel-Schmier. Tanvi Mahindru. Zohar Maroof. Sophia Nicole Mandruta. Thato Pearl Mangina. Lolita Namusa Mangwa. Isabella Marcano Torres. Amelia Lestari Marlowe. Yulia Martoon. Mabel Masumba. Corinne Elizabeth McCabe. Madison Ethel McConaughey. Kira Riley McCoy. Sebastian Rogelio Mina. Sang Yoon Mo. Fatima Zahra Monuddin. Yeeha Moon. Stefana Morello. Richard Joseph Mashensky-Dubov. Megan Carol Molesdale. Fatima Malin. Maria Carolina Munoz. Nesta Marley Mathunawagana. Stacy Nakamura. Samantha Nava. Jonas T.H. Ng. Ann Nee. Cassandra Nischulze. Ella Renee Nugent. Alyssa Kayla Evangelista Ocampo. Oluwalomi Faith Onafuzi. Andrea Gabriela Orozco. Sophie Rose Paris Papia. Andrew Nicholas Rainsbury Parker. Vanessa Rosanna Diaz Passarelli. Jonathan Macario Patterson. Nadia Umika Persod. Robin Jean Pitt. Gabrielle Elise Pittinger. Nicholas Rabi Polichikio. Lorena Portal Daniam. Zachary Serge Quenville. Julia Radoyu. Carissa Cherise Ramcharita. Lamoya Rawlins. Catherine Isabella Reyna. Peyton Quinn Reeves. William Tate Reimer. Emma May Robbins. Stephanie Lynn Ross. Ritika Roy Chowdhury. Claire Marian Bautitas Ruatas. Timothy Vernon Rutledge. Aliza Sabi. Asfi Sadek. Katerina Sahan. Aman Gurudata Sakadande. Marissa Amanda Salaby. Donna Rebecca Salome. Sophia Rose Sanchez. Colin Taylor Sands. Dashreen Kaur Sangera. Sophia Elizabeth Savidis. Samantha Page Severin. Lucy Shan. Francive Mwadi Shanira. June Simpson Serrano. Alan Myron Sibabalan. Kayla Jacqueline Rose Sylvain. Dilara Tufliolo. Vlada Tates. Masayo Takeo. Gurnor Kur Taka. Chiwa Annie Tang. Alan Sebastian Tapia. Charles Keith Thompson. Naomi Tomar. Fahima Topia. Tisha Tran. Tere Eileen Natalie Toole. Amrita Opal. Ashley Anjali Vadavelu. Jackson Everest Valentine. Vivian Vu. Ryan Wong. Ethan Wang. Hui Ching Wang. Jinghan Wang. Stephanie Elizabeth Watson. Amy Kathleen Wesseling. Rebecca Ann White. Adam M. Willett. Harry Kun Hei Wong. Jonathan Singh Hung Wong. Angela Tian Wu. Dee Wu. Xin Yu Chi. Ziyang Xie. Duo Singh. Olivia J.Y. Shui. Yuan Bo Shu. Yi Ming Yang. Zhao Yang. Ryan Ewan. Chris Xiaojie Zhang. Hai Jiao Shang. Tony Zhu. Candidates from Woodsworth College who are being admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Victoria Fusco. Shama Salwa. Candidates from Woodsworth College who are admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Yu Zan Huang. Yu Ho Kim. Methurgica Kirubalathas. Roy Lin.
On behalf of the University of Toronto and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I hereby admit all those candidates not here present to the degrees in absentia.
As we conclude Convocation, I wish to thank all of you for your participation and patience. To the families and friends, and to those in the procession, let me say thank you. You have made this a more memorable event for each member of the graduating class. I would like to thank Chancellor Rose Patton for presiding over today's ceremony. I wish to thank as well the many other colleagues and friends of the university who participated in this convocation, whose names you will find in the program. I now invite the Chancellor to bring today's ceremony to a close.
As I bring this convocation ceremony to a close on this which is your special day, I hope we will see you often in the years to come. We invite you to stay connected. We will be very interested in your journeys, and we know you will make an impact for the better in whichever path you choose. Concilium dimissum est.